Hello and welcome to ZxSpectrum Homebrew time. My name is Nick, ZxSpectrum, 48k. This one's called Baby Man vs Man Baby. What a title for a name. Or Baby Man vs Man Baby ZX, give it its full title. Published by Tin Soldiers and PuttyCad. I think I'll redefine the keys here. They're almost what I want, but I need to change it a little bit. Q up, A down, OP, fire M, smash spud is spacebar. It's Z in the run, so I needed to chase it. Yes, 100 Tin Soldiers is Nigel Cotton. PuttyCad is Rick Lum, who sent me this game via Twitter, so thank you to him. I think it's a shooter and been created by MPAGD, created by Jonathan Caldwell. But essentially you're an adult sent back in time to be a baby, and you must rescue the day. But anyway, shoot all the Normans. So at the bottom you see 9. I've got my gun sights here. I've got to focus on all these green guys popping up and down. I need to splash them about 2 or 3 times and they will vanish. Now you can get this game, I think it's $1.99 US, which isn't too bad, from the itch site puttycad.itch.io, which I'll put up a graphic. So puttycad.itch.io. So if you like that, show them some love. Right, let's see how far I can get into this game. This isn't expert gameplay, no siree Bob, seeing how you would have got on your first or second go. Now, the crosshairs are dancing around a little bit, so I'm trying to focus there. I'm not sure what advantage it is to throw a potato, but I think that might just have an effect on babies that turn up later on. In the bottom right, you see an energy bar, currently in the last bit green, going into yellow. If that runs out before you destroyed or splashed your total number of babies, then you've had it. The bullets will go down on the water and it will need to reload, which does cost you some time, so be accurate with your shooting. Well, now what's going on in the background? It looks like some sort of like a toy store. So just to surmise then, it's a bit of a convoluted story, but it'll tell you a little bit on the site puttycad.itch.io. There's a comic strip there at the bottom, which is a bit like old style Beano, which I sort of like loved. Essentially, some guy has been sent back in time to beat an enemy, but in doing so, he's turned him into a baby and he must shoot other babies. Got it? That's probably not 100% accurate, but here's the game. It plays quite well. I've been sent another game as well to have a look at by Tin Soldiers and PuttyCad, so I might have a go at that too. I've done it. So basic as it is, it's just trying to shoot as many of these, well, get through many levels as possible. And also there'll be a bonus stage every now and again. So I'm a newbie noob. So this is reflective of how far you can get into the game as a newbie. Not sure quite what you're doing. So at the moment then, I've steamed through level 1. So it's a good, gentle learning curve. So a big tick there first of all. Colourful graphics. It's using everything the Spectrum has to offer. I suppose it's following influences from games like Crossfire and Operation Wolf, although it doesn't take itself too seriously. The border keeps flashing every now and again, I think when we either make a contact or we need to reload, but it does reload automatically, so you haven't got to worry about that. So accuracy, speed and skill are the orders of the day. If this had come out back in the day, it would have been a big hit. But hats off to Jonathan Caldwell, who created AGD and MPAGD, a multi-platform arcade designer. Without him, a lot of homebrews would just not exist. So just to say again then, Tin Soldiers, published by and PuttyCad, Tin Soldiers being Nigel Cotton and PuttyCad being Rick Lum. They've done a series of games there. We might very well come to a number of those other ones as well as the days, the weeks progress. I do like following certain people. These people seem to know what they're doing. Gabriella Moore is another one. Jonathan Caldwell we've already mentioned, and Inafuto as well. So I've got my favourites. There's probably a few I've missed out as well. Right, let's keep blasting. They're keeping the ZxSpectrum homebrew scene strong, and well done them. So this is 48k. A lot of the homebrews are 128k, but this is just uses 48k. There we go. It's a basic idea done well, and that's what the ZxSpectrum excels at. So I would highly recommend this one. As I say, if you want to buy it, it'd be $1.99, or you could offer more if you want to support the writers and their work. Right, so this is a bonus level. Let's get the crosshairs on these airplanes. Hold on to your potatoes, both in the game and in real life as well. You've had your chips if you lose your potatoes. No, if you what, I don't know. Right, bonus level. I'm making a bit of a meal of this. I do like those pixel explosions. That takes a bit of coding to do. Breaks off at the right speed. So that is a highlight of the game. Great stuff. I know you've got to support these sort of people that make these games to see what will they come up with next. And this shows a little bit of inventions. It's a shooter plus, and those people that have got a bit of a flair to their games are ones to watch, because they keeps things interesting rather than copying the same old thing over and over again. Add something different, and that's what this does. Great pixel explosions, good bonus levels there, and just get as far as you can. So, you know, it's not overly complicated what you have to do to lure you in to see how far you can get with a friend. Good. So now we've got Splat Norman, and also Jimmy's turned up. Jimmy, don't be a dummy. Right now, I must admit though, using keyboard, you might be better with joystick here. My hand is starting to hurt a bit as I try and hover these crosshairs over the certain ones and have to hit 3 times. I think I'll have to do some hand yoga here. Oh god, my hand is hurting. Big style-y. Maybe because I've played too many games recently. If you watch this far into the video, please consider subscribing, because that helps the channel continue with all the competition out there, which there is loads there. So thank you for watching this video. If there are no other channels out there, well, I'll be getting 10,000 hits a time and be full-time straight away. But you know, that's what's keeping the retro gaming scene alive. Lots of people doing lots of videos, so I can't complain there, but it just makes it a little bit tricky. There we go. It's a bit like being in a high street as a burger stand, and every other shop in the high street also is a burger stand. It's well, it promotes burgers, but it doesn't do much for you. Huge thank you to the members. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, everyone. And if you want to be a member, that helps me a great deal. Not compulsory by any means. It's just about beating stress and shooting babies in the face with water. I wouldn't want that quoted out of context. Right, let's go. Oh man, right, the time's ticking down a bit here. We're already in the yellow. We've still got to get 9 of these babies. Potato power. The potatoes work on the blue babies. That's a good tip to write down. Imagine if you was found dead and that's the only note that the police found on you. This could be cryptic. The potato only works on blue babies. Maybe it was a bad one after all. Spider in the top left, that's not doing anything. Would be quite nice if that moved up and down for bonus points maybe, but now I'm asking a bit much. It's nice to see that spider anyway. I don't know, there's a few Easter eggs in this game, perhaps, that you can find out later on, and I don't know how many levels it's got, but I want to see them all, and they're various levels, and they're well thought out. You see the baby's going backward and right, left and right on the top right there, like a shooting gallery, and that is cool, and I think it's going to be game over now. I think so. Reload, yes, there we go. Oh dear, the baby's won. Ha 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 ha. I won, you'll never defeat me. Ha 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 ha. I'm being taunted. Good music for 48k. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Press fire to try. Right, baby man versus man baby. Yeah, try this on joystick if you've got a functional joystick here. Right, the nanny super agent has supplied us with a water pistol. I needed a break before my second go, but anyway, it says shh, quiet, and you better do that. Good sound effects on the water squirting. Yeah, have a look at the video Crossfire from back in the day. I think it was called Crossfire. It's based in you shooting gangsters in Chicago, I think, and that was a little bit like this, but different. It weren't so cutesy. I'm not sure if these babies have got like a baseball cap on or a saucepan stuck on their head, but either way, I like it. Green babies, jelly babies. They're my favourite sweet. So if whoever creates jelly babies and you're watching, please send me a crate of those for the shout out I just gave you about jelly babies. It's worth it though. If I was famous, I'd probably get a load of jelly babies delivered within half an hour. But I'm not. Make me famous. Subscribe. Members. Tell everyone there, and follow me on Jenkins7Nick if you want to. There's a train there. Good graphics on that. I'd like to see that turn up in another game. It's going to be interesting seeing the other stuff that 100 Tin Soldiers and PuttyCad has done. There's Groundhog Saves the Date. We reviewed that quite a while ago. That was brilliant, that game. Might have some sequels coming in the pipeline. I do not know. That was always planned, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but this is a good one. In the meantime, this Baby Man versus Man Baby. And also, there's another one we got to review, which I got sent also by Rick Alum. Baby Man versus Flappy Bird, I think. Or something similar to that sort of name. Well done, Nick. You've remembered it well. Well done. You've done it again. Oops, I done it again. So yeah, if you want a shooter, a cutesy shooter, a colourful shooter, a homebrew colourful shooter, then look no further than this from PuttyCad.itch.io. Don't know why I said the Indiana Jones song, let's just chuck that in there for luck. Right, if you want to see other ZxSpectrum reviews, we've almost reviewed 1,100 at time of recording, so we're zipping up in super speed. Click on my username, that takes you to the channel page. Oh, my hand. Click on the playlist tab, and then that will be ZxSpectrum be there along with a load of other stuff. Right, there's not a great variety in the gameplay, it has to be said. I'm not quite sure what the potato is. Maybe you can hit the blue babies later on with one sort of like hit. A power-up system would have been quite nice. That would be good for extra bits maybe, but you know, I've only seen the first few levels, so it might ramp up a bit further as you go along. But yeah, it's a nice stress buster, this one. It's nice and comfortable. It's not in your face up and at 'em like a big horror movie. It's there as a gentle ZxSpectrum thing with nods to games of the past with a veneer of the new, which you know, is always a good blend. And take it too far like Spectrum next game, sometimes they not really feeling like ZxSpectrum games. That's why I prefer the homebrews on the traditional systems. That's good. They feel a bit more like 16-bit games in next, but not to say they are bad. They're pretty good. They're impressive. But this is where it is for me. That's why my heart is there. Right. Like Amiga stuff too, but ZxSpectrum, I think that's the first computer I had growing up, so that's where I stick to, and that's why I like these homebrews. Probably, I'd have to check this, but probably the most games out of any system ever, if you don't count phones. I expect there's quite a lot of app games for there, isn't there? But anyway, the people just keep making these games. The red bar's looking quite low. I think the babies are going to win again and laugh in my face. I'm doing gradually worse than last time. Yes. I think they just, no matter, you could probably best focus on one window, I think. Just focus on one window and don't change. Yeah, the babies won again. That's probably the strategy, isn't it, really? So, hope you like having a look at that game. I really liked it. A good shooter, a good modern shooter. Basic gameplay, but addictive gameplay as well. I certainly want to look to see what this outfit has to offer in the future. So, yeah, that game was Baby Man vs. Man Baby ZX, published by Tin Soldiers and PuttyCad in 2023. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then by all means put that in the comment section below, or indeed homebrew. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Huge thank you to the members. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, everyone. And if you want to be a member, that helps me a great deal. Not compulsory by any means. It's just about beating stress and shooting babies in the face with water. I wouldn't want that quoted out of context. Right, let's go.